Well, hello and thank you for joining me. This is your weekly tarot and oracle reading for Sunday the 19th of January up until Saturday the 25th of January. I hope January's going well. Still another 2 weeks to go. We're nearly there. It's felt very slow, but I feel that that's not a bad thing. I feel like this year we're being encouraged to slow down a little bit and take our time and do what's right for us. And I think sometimes that slower energy is perfect for that. If you're fighting it, maybe that's a good reason to sort of look within and find out why. Let's have a look first at the tarot cards then and see what comes out for us today. We have got the Six of Wands. I'm going to use two cards, but I'm going to use from a different pack as well, because I feel like there's going to be a bit of a comparison here and it's going to be quite interesting. Okay, yes, it is interesting because look, we've got the Knight of Swords. I hope the reflection isn't going too badly there and you can see those. So we've got two guys on white horses. Okay, yes, one's got a green cover and one's got wings. But it's the same principle, isn't it? They're both kind of moving forwards. Which one do you resonate with more? Do you feel more Six of Wands this week? That there's this kind of laurel wreath on one of those wands and you feel like you've actually had a bit of a breakthrough, a success, something to cheer about. People have seen that you've done a really good job of something, or you feel your own self-worth and that you know that you're kind of, I don't know, getting the hang of life. Sometimes we do that, don't we? If you've had a new job and you suddenly can find the toilet without being asked, or know how to switch your computer on without phoning IT. It's those little wins, isn't it? They're like, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm on the right path here. Or are you this guy? Are you Knight of Swords? Are you head in the clouds, flying with lots of other people's stuff around them? Or maybe these crows are thoughts, maybe they're other people dropping in information. I feel like this guy's having to make really snap decisions on pieces of information because he's going so fast that he's not actually able to be quite grounded and think about his next step. We all have times in our life like that, don't we? Where life is going so fast, or the information that's coming is so fast. We've almost got to like get up to speed really, really quickly. I don't feel like there's any right or wrong here. I feel like because they're both men on horses, I feel like you've got a choice of how fast, you know, these guys essentially are taking the reins to those horses. So if we look at the white horse as your life, how fast is it going? Is it going at quite a manageable little trot where you can kind of high five people as you're going down the road? Or are you feeling like life is running away with you? So ignore the swords and wands for a minute, because I really feel like these two approaches are how we can be in life. You can be the same person in the same week. You can start Monday with this intention and end up feeling like that by Friday. So I do feel that, you know, you might resonate with one or the other. You might wish that you was one or the other. You might want to, you know, fly high and get away from what's currently bogging you down. There's goods and bad in all of these cards. There's positive and negative in both of these attributes. But I just feel that this is about conscious choice, being aware of where our life is going, how fast it's going, and whether or not that actually fits in with what we want our life to be. Remember, you are not the horse, you are the person holding the reins. Yeah, your life is very much up to you. And sometimes, yes, things are out of our control, but how you react to those things is not out of your control. So if you're trying to keep calm and you get somebody coming in with lots of panic and chaos, you don't have to meet them at the panic and the chaos. You can just, you know, catch up with them when they've run out of steam, maybe. So I feel like this is a really good time now to look at Tanazi's beautiful astrology cards. Okay, what we got. Don't forget we've got, oh, wow. Okay, wow, we've got Earth. Now, they're so holographic, they sort of mix against the light, but this is about home. We are all part of this earth. And when we talk about planetary aspects, and it's Venus and it's Mars retrograde, and, you know, what's happening in Saturn, what's happening in Earth? We're all so tied up with looking out there, which sometimes we forget, don't we? And again, it's back to that same thing with the white horses, isn't it? We're in charge of how we live our life, and we are also in charge of this planet. I do feel, I know we spoke loads about the time of Aquarius, when we kind of Pluto went into Aquarius, and there was like a lot of stuff spoken about last year. Kind of feel like this is the real year where that's going to come into being, and I do feel there's going to be a huge spotlight now on more humanitarian stuff. You know, we often think about other countries that are not as well off as us, and we offer aid and you know, people help in various ways, but it's all getting a little bit closer to home, isn't it, for some of us now? And when these situations do come about, we can't escape that we are at a point of duality. And it's interesting, actually, and I don't know if this is deliberate, and I doubt you can see it in the light, but this is card number 22. And I feel like that's, you know, the angel number 22, but also just the duality that comes with that number 2. It's about making choices, isn't it? So maybe this year you're going to be focusing more on slowing down and making decisions that are actually sustainable in your life. You know, we've lived a takeaway, rush, speeding through life, doing 100 things at once life. We've been encouraged to do that probably since the 80s, I would say. Maybe with Pluto moving signs and a lot of people becoming a lot more aware of the earth, maybe the times are changing, and maybe that's going to be your focus for the year. Who knows? But it's very interesting that Earth does come, because again, it's the home. So you might be focusing very much on your own home life and shutting out the noise around us and what's going on social media, or, you know, or the news. Like I say, I don't want to watch the news any more than I absolutely have to, because that fear that you can get by watching it is not helpful. It's not helpful when you could actually be using your energy in a lot more positive way. Okay, so take that card with my love. I do feel, the spotlight's on us at the moment. The spotlight's on us, our home, and the world we live in, whether that means your immediate neighbourhoods or the actual complete world that you live in. I guess we're all just trying to make it a bit of a better place, aren't we? So, okay, let's see what spirit animal comes out to join us today. So I got this card. It's funny that I've shuffled and shuffled them, because I got this card. I picked it myself a couple of days ago, and then I tried to find it and I couldn't find it. But it's Rhino spirit. He's got this beautiful kind of garland of flowers around him, and it makes him look quite beautiful, doesn't it? It's card number 50, and it says overcome any obstacle. Now I'm going to take you back to our 2 gentlemen on horseback here. The 6 of Wands, on the face of it, this card looks like they've already overcome any obstacles, but we don't know what he's walking into with the Wands, because the 7 of Wands actually does indicate a struggle of some kind, a mental, physical challenge of some kind. The Knight of Swords, we can see there, he's negotiating some tricky situations. There's crows mobbing him. He's walking through, he's flying through, some very dark clouds. He's got a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of mental energy there. So he's right in the middle of a storm, isn't he? He's trying to overcome that and get through to the other side. So I feel everybody at some stage this week might feel that they have reached an obstacle. And the reason I'm saying that is we have this Mars retrograde, where we are trying to become a more authentic version of ourselves. And that's easier said than done, because we have to get rid of a lot of baggage and stuff that doesn't serve us. And I do feel that at some stage in our lives, in our daily lives, we get to something and we go, I can't do that. I can't do it. We all do it, and we've all got our thing that we absolutely have told ourselves a million times that we can't do. Now, I'm embracing this rhino spirit. I can't imagine at any given moment a rhino doesn't think he can just get straight to where he needs to be and not think about that he can't do something. You know, he's a real powerhouse, isn't he? No one's going to stand in his way. So I do feel that this rhino is coming in with that energy. Yeah, no, nothing's going to stand in your way to get where you need to be. If at some stage you feel there is an obstacle, take some time to think why. What is it in your psyche? What is it in your learned behavior? What is it in your things that people have told you from the past that you've just hung on to and believed, because, you know, that's what we do. What is it stopping you? Because I guarantee whatever it is gonna, firstly, once you've worked that out, it's gonna help you get over the obstacle. But I feel like that's gonna be a game changer in your life, to realize that perhaps your choices and options and, you know, things are limitless. You can do and achieve whatever you want to do. And I think that's going to end a cycle. And the reason I say that is because Rhino is number 50. Anything ending in a 0 is the end of a cycle. But I feel if we're looking at 0 to 100, I know there's not 100 cards, but I just feel like this is a halfway. This is a turning point. This is you realizing at 50, which I did last year, that you can actually achieve so much and do so much. Okay, I just had to stop the video there for a moment because Poppy started barking. I'm recording this on Friday evening and my partner's just come home. He works in Germany throughout the week at the moment, so she was super excited to see him, as of course am I. So I'm going to finish and do an oracle card and an angel card just to finish off our weekly tarot and readings. Okay, so very much like Rhino, we've got another white horse here as well, so maybe that's a significant spirit animal for you too. This is about courage. Face your fears, no more avoiding. So it really is time for a change, isn't it? It's really time to push through that obstacle, that block, that self-sabotage that you do, whatever it is. Because yeah, I feel like this white horse is galloping forwards, reminding us that our life keeps going and going and going, and we can try and pull back as much as we can, but it doesn't really get us anywhere, does it? We need to move forward, we need to grow, we need to keep going. That's the whole point of life, isn't it? To keep evolving. So interesting. See if those resonate with you in some way. Do let me know. It'd be lovely to hear from you if you could. If you really do have a very special meaning to some of those cards that maybe I haven't seen, because we all do see something very differently in the cards, which is why they're so helpful. And talking about help, we have Archangel Raphael, and Raphael is helping. He says, I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. I know a lot of you that tune into this do your own healing. You may work as a yoga teacher, or you may work in Reiki, I don't know, crystal healing yourself like I do, or a complementary therapy, or you may be a counsellor, or you just may be somebody that people do talk to because they offload all their problems on you because they know that you understand and that you'll listen. There's so many ways where we are healers, but the healers do need healing as well, which is why I think this card's coming in. I do feel sometimes we, and I'm including myself in this, we can wear ourselves out, giving energy to other people. So again, maybe that's the obstacle, the balance between, you know, being this person and this person. It's within all of us, isn't it? Maybe your own obstacle that you're going to meet is the obstacles that you put there to kind of slow yourself down, really. I do feel when the archangels come in, I think I said this before because there was an archangel last week, I feel like they're the major arcana cards for the angels, you know, they're those big universe messages. And And the fact that this is physical challenges, this is stuff here in your home, on your earth that you are dealing with, but you are getting the support of the angels. And you know, we're never given anything that we can't handle, even though it feels very challenging at the time. It will help us grow. It will help us understand maybe our purpose, or where we go wrong in life, where we need to move things, change things. There is always a lesson to learn in any challenge or obstacle that we are met with. So I'm going to leave that with you. Right, have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.